Good morning, dear viewers. You're welcome to JIT Tech Series. Today we are coming to you live from the JEC head office. Over the past year, we've been coming your way with a lot of courses in IT. And today we are going to learn something about Canva, how to design, how to put a few things together if you want to advertise online. And I strongly believe that you are going to learn a lot today. And so wherever you are, I will encourage you to get your books, get your pens, get your tablets, your phones, your laptops ready. We are going to learn a lot today, and I believe you are going to have fun. Thank you so much for making time to join us today. Without wasting much time, we'll go for a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we will kickstart. Thank you.
Hello there. We at Jackson Educational Complex want to give you the opportunity to experience world-class education with us. Are you looking to rub shoulders with the best in the business industry? Then, the British accredited IIE Bachelor of Business Administration and IIE Bachelor of Business Administration with marketing option offered at Jackson Institute of Innovation and Leadership is the springboard to get you there. In a fast-paced world ruled by ICT, Jackson Institute of Technology, in partnership with NIIT India, is offering you the chance to be up to speed with the ever-changing world. With our beginners, intermediate, and advanced classes in web development, cybersecurity, and the like, we are sure to acquire world-class skills for the 21st century job. Jackson College of Education, with learning centers in 13 out of the 16 regions of Ghana, gives you the chance to work and get excellent teaching skills at the same time with our distance learning module. We run degree and diploma programs as well as top up for those already having their diplomas. You are entreated to enroll now, as admissions into any of our programs is currently open. You can call us on 0557 123 409 or 0201 260 290 for further inquiries, or you can visit any of our websites www.jit.edu.gh or www.jil.edu.gh and www.jackson.edu.gh to learn more. Jackson, hope for a brighter future.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to today's webinar. In today's webinar, we'll be looking at the graphic design tool called Canva. Canva is an online tool used for flyers, creation of flyers, brochure, magazines, Facebook ads, YouTube covers, and so many more. Today, we'll be learning how to use the tool in creating ads for your business. Maybe you are a small business and you are just starting out and you can't afford the services of a graphic designer. Canva is your go-to tool to help you come up to speed with all of your designs. Enjoy this particular session. See you at the tutorial. Hello, welcome back. In today's session, we'll be learning how to use the graphic design tool called Canva. Canva is a very unique tool in that it provides pre-made templates for any newbie who would want to start learning graphic design. And you can access Canva through their website, canva.com. So you just search for canva.com and you'll be there. Okay. So if you're logging into Canva for the first time, what you need to do is to create an account. The account creation process is quite simple. You just go to create an account. Let me walk you through that. So I'm just going to open a new private window so that I'll be able to log in without being directed directly to my account. Okay, so here we are on a fresh login page. Okay, so here I can just say login. Okay, or if you are starting out fresh on Canva, you can just click on sign up. Okay, and so you can sign up with any of these points. Okay, so using Google, using Facebook, or using your email or any other way. Okay, and if you have a work email, you could also sign up with your work email. So I've already signed in, and so I'm going to close this window. Okay, so here I'm on my Canva interface, and then Canva is asking me, hey Caleb, what would you want to design today? And okay, maybe I have quite a number of things in my mind. Okay, but when I go through the left navigation bar over here, you can see there are quite a number of things. Okay, you have a home, which I'm currently on. We also have templates. Okay, so I talked about the fact that Canva has quite a huge repo of templates that you can choose from. Okay, and the templates covers various categories. And so if you can see from my screen over here, we have template for business. Okay, so if you want to do a business presentation, you can actually whip up a presentation in a matter of minutes and have all the designs and all of that. Okay, so you don't have to spend the whole night thinking about the best design or the best way to put up your design. If you are not a design guru, you can just pick up one of Canva's templates and then customize the template, and that's all. So all you need to do is to customize the templates. You can add new pages and what have you. So Canva is a really good product, and it helps you do a lot of very great stuff that will take you hours and hours and hours. And that's what we're about over here at JIT, showing you various ways to quickly do anything related to technology. And then Canva also has projects. So if you are working on some projects, Canva is going to store that in a sort of a repo for you so that you can easily see some of the previous projects you've worked on and then go back to them. And then if you have a team, you can also invite your team to collaborate with you on Canva. And you can also collaborate. So unlike other softwares, you can collaborate on Canva. So I can be working over here in Ghana. I have another partner maybe in the US, in UK, any other European country or around the world working with me, and they can see in real time what I'm doing, and also they can work alongside with me. So I don't have to be completely done with my design before I show it off to them, and then they have a tweak here or there. So this is especially good for designers who sometimes show their pre-made work to their customers or their clients, and they feel like, okay, this is not really done well, or that wasn't really done well, and they have to go through the whole process. You can have some of your clients walk through the process with you, prototype and do your design, and get it done and ready. Okay, so without wasting much time, we are going to go into what we want to do for today. Okay, so for today we want to create a flyer. Okay, a flyer that is going to more like sell a house. So let's say a real estate flyer. Okay, so here all I need to do is to click on create a design, and then Canva is going to ask me, hey Caleb, which type of design do you want to create? Is it a whiteboard, an A4 document, a presentation, an infographic, Facebook posts, flyer, a talking presentation, what have you? Okay, now all I need to tell Canva is, okay, so what I want is a flyer, a portrait flyer of 210 by 297 millimeters. Okay, and Canva also has other stuff, so it gives you those custom dimensions, so you don't have to think about what the dimensions of your presentation or your work is going to look like. Okay, so here I am going for a flyer portrait. Okay, and Canva brings me this art board where I can create my design. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so here I just have this art board here and ready, and over here I'm going to create something really great. This is one of Canva's pre-made template, but I'm just going to redo it to show you how to be able to use Canva. Okay, it's really a great tool. Okay, so now for my design, the first thing I have is my art board. The first thing I have is my artboard. So from my artboard, I can use a number of things. Design is basically made up of a number of elements. So we have typography, we have colors, we have shapes, we have pictures. These all come together in a very unique way to form a design. Okay, so now in my artboard, one of the things I'd want to use for this design is color. Okay, and in this day and age, black is gold. Okay, and sometimes when you use a very unique color of black, you stand out in a lot of ways with a lot of sites implementing dark mode and all of that. So one of the things I want to do is to name my flyer. So maybe I want to say real estate sales. Okay, and another great thing about Canva is it's auto save. So once you carry out something, you don't have to hit a save button anywhere. It just goes ahead and then saves it for you. Okay, so from real estate saves, what I can do is just to change my background. So I click over here, and then over here you can see I have background color. Okay, so once I'm zooming in so that you can see that. Okay, so now once my zoom is ready, you are going to see that. Okay, so once I click on background color, you have the sidebar just pop up, and then it shows me some colors that I have used before or some default colors for Canva. So here I can just choose this color 000. Okay, so that gives me a very dark color on my interface. Okay, and then what I can do next is to select one of the elements I'll be using for my design. And as I said, a design consists of quite a number of elements, and shapes is one of it. Okay, so here I can go to elements. Okay, and then I can choose shapes. So here you have recently used, so some of my recently used shapes, and then you also have circle. So I'm going to go for circle at this point. Okay, and then I'm just going to drag it to the top of my design over here. Okay, and I'm just going to drag it out. Okay, so now you can see what I am doing. I'm using a shape to just create something quite unique. Okay, so just follow. So I'm just dragging at the edge over here, and I'm just going to drag in until I feel satisfied. I feel it's enough. Okay, so I want to create something quite unique. Okay, so over here I think it's quite enough. Okay, let me drag a bit more so that I have. Okay, so this is great. Okay, so now over here, now I already have a shape, and the shape has a default color, and this shape has some few properties. So it has a color, as I said, it has a border style, and then you can see the various type of styles for the border, and I could also increase the border width, the roundness of the shape. I could also change the font that the shape is going to use. Okay, and then I can increase the font size, color, and so on and so forth. Okay, so now for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to change the color of my shape. Okay, I'm just going to try to change the color of my shape. So now I'm going to try to pick a color. Now once I pick that color, I'm just going to do a search. Okay, so here, once I pick my color code, I just do a search in this box, because Canva does not have this particular color from my list of colors, although I can choose any of the default colors. And as I choose them, you can see that the color of the circle changes. Okay, so here I can just do a paste. Now, once I do a paste, it gives me the exact color I want to use for this particular circle. So with my hex code. Okay, and then once I do that, I can just click on the colors, select the color, and then I have that very color over here. Okay, and one other thing I want to do is that I want to bring in a picture. Okay, you remember we talked about elements of design as shapes, colors, pictures. lines, typography, and so on. So now what I want to do is to bring in a picture, okay? So now I don't really have the picture I want to apply from here, but I can try to go to my uploads and see if I have something like that. Okay, if I don't have something like that, I could bring in the picture from somewhere else. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in the picture from here, okay, this modern house, and then I'm just going to copy this picture. I'm just going to copy this picture and then I can do a paste. Now, that's also another powerful thing about Canva. You can just do a copy and paste whenever and then however you want to. And then all I need to do is to set my picture to the point where I want it to be, making sure it looks exactly like what I want. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to also copy another picture. Two more pictures. Now it's very apparent what I'm doing over here, but I'm just going to show you that all of these things are doable. So if you have your own pictures, you can just copy in your own pictures and then fix your own design just how you want it. Okay, so this is something I'm redoing from scratch, okay, but I'm showing you how to do it in a very different way. Okay, so now this is what we have over here, but I want to make sure that my design is unique, so I can change where my design appears, okay, and then draw out my circle a little. Okay, and then place my picture exactly where I want it to be. And then this time around, I'm just going to do place my picture right here, and then I can also add a white border around my picture. Okay, so now how do I do that? If I go to edit image, Canva is going to give me the ability to be able to do some things, okay, but I can't do everything. So you need to just think a bit, okay. So remember, design is made up of elements, pictures, and so on. So here I can just select one more element that looks pretty close to the picture I am having, okay, and then I can zoom out, so expand the height and the width simultaneously, and then I can try to place this picture on this other one. But as you can see, it's rather going behind the picture. So one thing Canva gives me the opportunity to be able to do is to bring this picture to the foreground, okay? So now I can just select the picture, okay, and then click on position, and then click bring to front, okay, or bring forward. So let's try bring forward. Now bring forward, and now the picture is right in front of my circle or my shape, okay. So now all I can do, or all I want to do now, is just to fix this picture within the other one, okay, and that's looking pretty well already. Okay, and then I'm going to drag this in until I have a perfectly fitting picture, until I have it perfectly fitting my picture. So in a couple of seconds, I think this should be ready. Okay. Okay, so now our design is beginning to take shape, and if you look at it, you can see that this is way more, so much different from where we started, okay? And I could also decide to change the color of this shape and then give it a white, okay? So that it stands out from the other picture I am already having. Okay. Okay, now the next thing we are going to do is just to try to customize the rest of our pictures, okay? Or try to customize whatever we have over here. So we are going to add some text, and then also finish up with our styling. Okay, great. So now to be able to add some text, Canva also has a text property. Okay, so you can have quite a good combination of font types. Now, some of these font types are paid. Okay, so whatever you see with a crown over here is actually available for the pro version of Canva. So you can either decide to buy only this font style, or you can decide to go in for the pro version, or you could also decide to create yours yourself. Okay, so now over here what I'm going to do is just to get that same font style. Okay, the font style I'll be using. So here I can just click on add a heading. So this is my heading for my font style, and my style is going to say modern house. Okay, so modern house. Okay, I'm just going to drag this to fit in. Okay, and then here it is appearing centered, but I don't want it centered. So I go to the center or the alignment button and then change the alignment to be right aligned rather. Okay. Okay, so, and what I want to tell the recipients of this flyer is that this house is actually for sale. Okay, so then I can add a subheading that is actually going to say for sale. Okay, so here add subheading, and you can see that Canva is giving me the height between my typography, so between the main heading and then the subheading. Okay, so here I can say for sale. So once you are done with everything, we are going to look at the font types and so on and so forth. So here it's still centered. I change it to be right aligned. Okay, and then I also need another subheading. So here I'm going to add one more subheading. Okay, and this subheading is going to say child and pet friendly. So but this time around I don't want it to be all caps. So child and pet friendly. Okay, and then the next thing I would do is just to resize. Okay, now to resize I can either use, so if you look closely, I have an arrow over here which I can use in dragging in to resize my text. So that's one option. And I could also use the font size. Okay, so I select my text and then I increase the font size. So as I click on it, the size increases, and then as I reduce it, it also comes down. Okay, so child and pet friendly. And I could also decide to reduce my text, okay, or the intensity of my text. Now that's cool. Okay, so now this is it for the text, child and pet friendly. And then one other thing I would want to do is to add some text that would show me or say some more stuff about the house. So maybe it is convenient, close to school, close to a market, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I would want to zoom in on my text a little. There are all reasons for doing this, a lot of design principles behind this, okay, which I'm not going to go into for today. Okay, and then I would add my text. So here, remember to add your text, you still go back to text, okay, and then add a little bit of body. So I can just drag this here, and that's a powerful thing about Canva. It's drag and drop feature. So here I can say convenient convenient zoning to school, or convenient location for kids. So depending on what you want to add, so it's really up to you, okay? And I can drag this in, or I could better still add some more text, okay? So I could also say maybe large garden, or let's say swimming pool, or a gym, okay, whatever works for you, okay? And once I'm done, I could also do a left center, and I could also add a list. So make it a list. So add a bullet to it, okay, so that it looks bulleted, okay. And then over here, I can see that the line height between my two texts is smashing on each other. It doesn't have enough height. So we could do this by increasing the line spacing, not the letter spacing. So now increasing the line spacing would give me more of line height, okay, so that my text looks better, okay. And then since I am saying for sale here, I want to make it stand a bit out, okay. So what I want to do is to just add a bit of letter spacing. Okay, now you see that looks quite better, okay. Okay, and in a few minutes I have my design ready. Isn't that amazing? Now you have this beautifully looking design, and that's all to the power of Canva. Now, if you want to resize, or if you want to reposition your images and the other objects on your text, one thing you can do without wanting to drag each of them individually and then changing how you actually design things, one thing you can do is to group elements together, okay. So I can actually select this image and then select the shape behind it and tell Canva that I want these elements to move together. So once I click on this more menu over here, I can group them. So I can just click on this padlock and it's going to lock them. Now you can see the padlock sign over here, okay, and then I can drag them together, okay. So let's do that again. Okay, so select this and then select this, and then let me unlock this first and then select the other one, and we should be good to go. Okay, so now I'm just going to drag this. I don't want to drag the element at the foreground, okay. Okay, now this is looking quite nice, okay. And that is it. And it's so powerful, the number of things you can do with this tool. And I bet you Canva also has a feature that allows you to be able to create websites. And that was one really interesting thing I found out about Canva lately. So if you want to design a website and you just want something simple, just a few web pages, you can just go to the home page for Canva, choose a website template, and you'll be ready to go. So let's try doing that. So go to Canva, go to templates, and then from templates you can just browse for templates, okay, or you could just keep scrolling. But here I'm going to browse for templates, and then here I'm just going to say, instead of whiteboard, I'm going to say website. Okay, and then from there you can see a lot of website templates. Some of them are paid, yes, that's true, but some of them are also free, okay, and then you could actually use them for whatever you want to do, okay. You could use them for whatever you want to do. So on this particular one, you can see that it is paid, okay, and then for these and this, it's actually free. So here I can just click on this, and then I can see similar templates like the one I just selected, and I can use any of those. So here I can just click on customize this template, and then I am good to go. So customize this template, and then you can see all of the pages available. Okay, and I can change the logo, change the text. It's all about the editing I just showed some few minutes ago. And then you can see how a shadow was added to it, okay, to the image, okay. And then once you are done, you can just click on publish website, okay. So publish website, you can add whatever you want to add. So here you can add a navigation tab on mobile, okay. You can buy a new domain, or if you have an existing domain, you can just use an existing domain, and then you click on continue, and then you can add your domain, okay. You can add your domain, okay. So there's one other cool thing about Canva, and Canva can do so much. It's a very modern, powerful design tool, and I would invite you to try out Canva, and I believe it's going to be a great tool to help you with your business. Okay, thank you so much for joining us in this interesting edition of our webinar. Hope to see you some other time. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Hello once again. I hope you've been able to learn a lot today from Canva. If not for anything, you now know how to design a few things to post on your social media account, your business account, your website, and what have you. This is what JIT we stand for, to teach you a lot of things in IT, to help you improve upon your business, to help you get a lot of customers and clients on social media, on your website, and other areas. We have a lot of courses that you can enroll in. We have digital marketing, we have cybersecurity, we have software engineering, we have MS Office Suite. We have different kinds of courses that you can enroll in. And I will entreat you to visit our website at www.jit.edu.gh to learn more about our courses. You can also reach out to us on 0596 996040. or 0596-996038 and speak to us. We will be glad to assist you register or enroll in any of our courses. At this time, we would like to say a goodbye to you, and we will meet again. Thank you so much.
Hello there. We at Jackson Educational Complex want to give you the opportunity to experience world-class education with us. Are you looking to rub shoulders with the best in the business industry? Then, the British accredited IIE Bachelor of Business Administration and IIE Bachelor of Business Administration with marketing option offered at Jackson Institute of Innovation and Leadership is the springboard to get you there. In a fast-paced world ruled by ICT, Jackson Institute of Technology, in partnership with NIIT India, is offering you the chance to be up to speed with the ever-changing world. With our beginners, intermediate, and advanced classes in web development, cybersecurity, and the like, we are sure to acquire world-class skills for the 21st century job. Jackson College of Education, with learning centers in 13 out of the 16 regions of Ghana, gives you the chance to work and get excellent teaching skills at the same time with our distance learning module. We run degree and diploma programs, as well as top up for those already having their diplomas. You are entreated to enroll now, as admissions into any of our programs is currently open. You can call us on 0557 123 409 or 0201 260 290 for further inquiries, or you can visit any of our websites www.jit.edu.gh or www.jil.edu.gh and www.jackson.edu.gh to learn more. Jackson, hope for a brighter future.